So, scheißegal, wir schauen jetzt Chris Sumo, How to Beat Aonishki und Onosato. Sumo News Dezember 2019.
Ukrainian Aonishki's year just gets better and better. He's now picked up Best Newcomer at the 55th Annual Japan Prime Minister's Sports Awards. He's only the third sumo wrestler to achieve this honor, after Ichino-jo in 2014 and fellow Caucasian Kodoshu in 2005.
Der hat ein eigenes Stable, der hatte ein Naruto-Stable. Seine Side-Facts.
After Kodoshu's good rival, Master Ajigawa, collected the award on his behalf, Aonishki's video message was played. "Thank you for selecting me as best newcomer for this year," he began. "I am so sorry that the tour prevents me from being in Tokyo in person, but I'm thankful from the bottom of my heart."
Das sind so Trainingsmatches, die machen, wo Publikum zuschauen können. So, da treffen sich Stables und die kämpfen gegeneinander.
Selecting me as best newcomer for this year, he began. "I am so sorry that the tour prevents me from being in Tokyo in person, but I'm thankful from the bottom of my heart to be commended like this. I'll be shooting for Yokozuna next year, so please keep getting behind me."
Wow.
Sankei Sports sumo writer Nobuya Okamura suggests Aonishki is one of the reasons why seasoned pros should stop and think. They used to say that the gap between amateurs and professionals was at its most apparent in Japanese chess and sumo, Okamura began. But now, he continued, we have 2023 debutant Onosato winning titles galore, 2023 debutant Aonishki zooming to Ozeki, and 2024 debutant Yoshino Fuji yet to taste a losing score amid his spate of prizes. Aonishki's defeated foes, by the way, many of them experienced pros, imply that his stance and core strength are better than theirs. Okamura then urges wrestlers to come together to plot out tactics in the same way the Dewanomi group did.
Folgende Problem, ich kann bei den Videos wahrscheinlich gar nichts sagen, ne? Der wird Bilder zeigen, Szenen und erzählen, ne? Also das müssen wir jetzt durchlaufen lassen, da müssen wir mal stark sein auch.
When taking down seemingly unbeatable Futabayama in 1939. The problem is, this channel would add, what if they don't have the requisite athleticism to begin with? Onosato at this memorable event made it clear that the Nihon Sports Uni Sumo team, and I'm sure several others, do far more athletics training than professionals.
Oha.
Furthermore, with fewer tours, engagements, and patrons to please, student wrestlers simply have more freedom of schedule to work on themselves than professionals do.
Ist so, die sind den ganzen Tag in den Stable drin und die können nicht trainieren gehen, so andere Sachen, so Kreuzheben, Squats mit Gewichten und so. Die haben nur die ollen mittelalterlichen Dinger. Die einzigen, die wirklich Zeit dafür haben, sind die höheren Ringe. Weil die haben Kohle und Zeit, da mal hinzugehen. Weil die auch keine Hausarbeit machen müssen.
It's not simply a case of saying, well, amateur training is better. Several professional masters who came through the amateur route have for some time tried to introduce student sumo methods to stables, but have not delivered the same results. So the question sumo chiefs should be asking of everyone who can't beat the recent stars is, how can we free up their schedules to give them more of a chance? And do all stables have access to decent gyms and track and field facilities? The 16th of 22 consecutive current tour dates saw the wrestlers reach Uda in Nara and perform for 2,500 fans. That was December 15th. Fujinokawa impressed local kids with his muscles and resistance strength during the chest lending corner. That day's program closed with Kotozakura facing Aonishiki and securing a win, as Hoshoryu, despite donning his sacred white belt, withdrew from the exhibition. The last Uda tour leg was 17 years ago, when Hoshoryu's uncle was top of the chart. That man has continued boasting about bringing Kinbozan to Japan via X. To think
Gönnt euch die Ruhe, muss essen. Kannst du nicht essen, wenn ich rede? Kommt ihr ein bisschen Kotzi hoch?
that young lad I brought here is now standing before the Kazakh president. he said of the latter's recent visit to Japan. He continued, "I'm so happy Kimbozan carries hopes and ideals, and through Sumo serves as a cultural and
Einfach
peace
rausgehoben.
ambassador between two countries."
Nee, hören ist okay.
Going back to the tour, yesterday, December 18th, saw the wrestlers arrive in Iwata, Shizuoka. That prefecture plays host to Hiryu High School, the source of so much sumo talent, and much of it heading the way of Isegahama Stable. Senior Hiryu alumnus Midori Fuji told Hochi Sports, "It's great I've become so well known locally, but disappointing not to have repaid that support with more winning scores this year. Let's go as high as we can in 2026. Fellow Hiryu grad Atami Fuji, who was deluged by fans seeking handshakes, said, "I want to grow in terms of both status and character next year. I think I've worked out the weaknesses that most need ironing out." And lesser-known Hiryu graduate
Der muss auch irgendwann retiren, der ist schon richtig lange dabei.
Seisan said, "I've trained with both Atami Fuji and Midori Fuji, and want to step up to Division 1 quickly to fight them for real. Unless I make that step up, we won't have that first all-Hiryu top-flight bout." Having seemingly blown his latest promotion bid from an 8-1 start last month, Seisan added, "I'm still lacking top division quality in all departments, especially in terms of charging power. But I feel I'm improving bit
Alter, er ist immer da, das ist so geil, Alter. Den erkennt man immer wieder, das ist so gut, Alter.
by bit and aim to seal the
Der ist schon richtig aufgestiegen.
deal next year." The tour today on December 19th took in Kanagawa's Odawara, which is tantalizingly close to Tokyo compared to most places they
Alter, guck dir die Arme an, Alter. Guck dir das an, Alter. Läuft der einfach. Guck dir an, hier. Die Definition, das ist so krass, Alter. Ey, wenn der dich am Hals packt, bist du einfach tot, ne? Also, dann machst du gar nichts mehr. Guck dir das an.
places they've
Und er ist nicht mal der Stärkste, ne?
been of late. I'd imagine the wrestlers could even be back in their
Er ist nur sehr definiert, weil er wenig Körperfett hat.
stables tomorrow night. Aonishiki was the center of attention again, even though he fought no practice bouts. "I fought in just the one session this time with Yoshinofuji and Oho," he said, "but I don't feel out of condition, as I've done more than decent charging practice."
Die nannten ihn Whitey. Ihn nennen sie nicht Whitey. Ja, er ist, am weitesten ist Shishi eigentlich.
And maintained
Aber juckt auch.
my weight.
So ein Typ in der Sitzblockade, Alter. Die alle in der Sitzblockade, Alter. Da macht nicht mal der Wasserwerfer was.
In Kanagawa, Abi was asked how he felt about his late master, who passed away 2 years ago on Wednesday.
Ein Sumo pro Bundesland GG. Ist so.
"Well, I've certainly come to realize what a
Rikshi heißen die. Nur, dass du Bescheid weißt.
great man he was," Abi said. "He'd always tell me I'd learn things from defeat.
Die tragen die Wasserwerfer einfach zu 6 weg. Ist so.
And when I was young, I simply dismissed those words. But I now think that was his way of encouraging me. I also realize how heavily I relied on him, and how hard it is to try and do it all by myself." Abi's had just the one winning score this year.
Falls ihr euch fragt, kleine Trivia, was das hier ist, das ist das Preisgeld. In jedem Umschlag ist ungefähr $300. Und am Anfang des Matches laufen so Sponsorenbanner im Kreis und die bezahlen dann das. Oder halt einfach reiche Gönner, die das gerne machen.
It's also been announced that Toyama-born Komafudo, who was in the top flight for one tournament and also won the second-tier crown, passed away at 60 from heart failure on December the 15th. Perhaps Asanoyama can deliver something special for a hometown sumo father. Finally, Sumo's Coaches channel is increasingly obsessed with food. Its interview with Oho revealed one of the giant's favorite foods
Hurra!
to be ratatouille, which he even tries to cook by himself. Oho also claimed he spent 3 or 4 days trying to recreate a local restaurant's Hamburg steak recipe, to which he took a fancy.
Yeah.
His new master, ex-Tamaska, said, "See, he has very strong preferences, which should translate into getting what he wants in the ring." And perhaps inspired by what indie channels have been doing for the past 3 years, the Coaches channel has started a Let's Go Meet a Retired Wrestler segment.
Ooh.
Shorhausen and his grilled
Hier
Meet a Retired Wrestler segment.
ist gerade eine Haircutting-Ceremony, wenn die retiren, dann kriegen die immer ein Stück von der Haare abgeschnitten, so.
Shorhausen and his grilled meat restaurant
Und dann war das jetzt weit weg.
were featured this time. It's nice to see sumo coaches actively promoting the work of ex-colleagues, sadly unable to stay in the fold with them.
Ja, cool. Haben wir das auch geklärt.
Рабочей крестьянской революции, о необходимости которой все время говорили большевики, совершилась!